question. Da-da-da-da. All right. What did a day in the life look like? Well, you wake up, put your typewriter away, seriously, and then, what do you do?
I had a
Into
word
class.
processor.
Oh,
I was big time.
dating ourselves.
We went to class and you had to run the doors, and you were usually late to class because you had to go run around campus opening the doors.
Right.
And then you had to go fill your sister's ice bucket, and you had to wait in line at the convenience store, and then still get to practice 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
I didn't have no. But we did go to school with no makeup.
Yes.
And onions.
Onions.
The first week.
Yeah.
And red lipstick.
Yes.
And did we wear our pin sign?
Yes,
I'm pretty
we
sure
did to
Yeah.
school.
To school.
I remember on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I think practice was like 12 to 2, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it was from 1:30 to 3.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there wasn't a way to communicate and go, oh, well, we need to practice, you know. It was just different then, it was those set times.
It was in class.
And,
So we didn't have Towel Land.
oh, we
No.
definitely.
That's a new thing.
Or popsicles.
Sister towel.
There was
That
a
sounds
popsicle.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And snacks?
No
No
snacks.
No
Snacks.
snacks, no. But I remember, so we would get to, over to the gym, we have to be there like 10, 15 minutes early. They said 10, but we would go
That's
earlier
right.
than that. And then we would wait in a tunnel for our sophomores to come through the door as freshmen.
Yes.
And every time whoever would walk in, we'd say, hello, Miss Cope, goodbye, Miss Cope, because she was my big sister. She was awesome. And then, so the sophomores would walk in like they were celebrities. And then once they got in, they would be in the front, you know, maybe stretching, maybe not. And then we would have to sit in the back stretching. We had our piano player
Mm-hmm.
that would play, and then just to keep going.
My favorite thing about practice was standing and applauding every time Mrs. Bolton and Mrs. Brown at the time would walk in. And we would all have to stand and applaud
That's right.
until
Right.
she acknowledged us.
Right.
What does a day in the life look like as a current Rangerette? So today we get up and we have like dance classes all day. So we do like our dance classes, and then we'll all go back to the dorm and get ready for practice and count off and either go to the field or to the gym to do our practice. And we are there for like several hours working really hard on the field or in the gym, and we could do kicks and work on our field routines. And then we come back and we'll either go to the caf and all eat together, and then we all hang out in the dorm and do homework and tell stories and like have fun. So, yeah.
How long do y'all stay up at night?
We stay up really late at night.
Stay until 5 the other morning.
Yeah.
Just gotta push through.
It's okay. Make the memories while you're here.
Yes, it's okay to not sleep because we make more memories.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of the memories we make now are in the dorm. So we're pretty much like the moms when we come to practice. We bring a sister towel. Sometimes I forget it. Ivy has one too, so that's okay. We just share one. And then we bring a cooler, and then we put a bunch of ice in it. I like bringing frozen mangoes, a frog top to keep her cool, sunglasses, just, you know, mom things and snacks, sunscreen. And then whenever we get ready, just like for our appearance, we just put on a hat, put my hair in a pony. It takes me about 5 minutes. Put on a shirt, a few pins, you got it, you're good. That's pretty much it. It's pretty nice as a sophomore.
Yeah, and then it takes us like 30 minutes to get ready because we gotta put our leotards on, our shorts, we gotta slick back our hair with all the gel and hairspray, no wispies, and we like put like 100 bobby pins in our hat. It's crazy. And make sure it stays on.
What were some of the biggest trends? Well, this was the 80s, the late 80s for us. So we had big hair, permed hair, curly, permed hair, the bigger the better, and ridiculous blue eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Do y'all
blue
wear
eyeshadow.
Yes. I mean,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
as a freshman, my blue eyeshadow was just overwhelming. Of course, as a sophomore, it was toned down, looked a lot better, but big blue. And we wore like leotards and
The leotards were hiked up, and then we would put a bandana through the waist to pull it up higher to make your legs look longer.
Yes.
And then the belt.
Tights,
The belt.
the belt.
Yeah, the belt.
And yeah, we didn't wear, it wasn't leggings, like
We had
it
leg
was
warmers.
tights.
And also, I underwear and putting Rettes on the bottom.
Oh, yes.
And then we would
Like
put
boxers.
ruffles on the
Yes.
boxers, and we would put ruffles around the bottom.
Yes.
Those are really cute. I think we should bring that trend
I
back.
know.
Let's make those for our girls.
What is the biggest difference between then and now? I would have to say, I know with my mom's line, they were very strict with their freshmen. So when my mom was a sophomore, I feel like they were very strict with their freshmen, and it was more tough love. But I think now there's more of a bond between the sophomores and freshmen. And I like this change because whenever we do leave here, since we're sophomores and we go on in our next slide, I think that we'll still have a strong bond with the 81st line, and it'll keep carrying on throughout. So I love this change, personally. Something great.
What was your favorite tradition as a Rangerette? I kind of like the duck. I mean, that's the lasting memory of it. Really forges you as a team. I think that's probably, it's still here. It's probably been here the longest too.
I like the yes ma'am, thank you. I still do that to this day. And saying thank you, we used to have to say thank you every time someone would take our picture. And to this day, I still do that.
I do the same thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then like not walking on the grass, I still try to avoid grass. I feel very awkward walking on anyone's grass anywhere, including my own.
Yes.
And holding doors for people that are
Yes.
of, you know,
Just
I mean,
the
anyone.
manners that are instilled. We weren't even saying, we had to get here 10 minutes early this morning because that was something Rangerettes did. And we can't be late.
That's right.
So,
And thank you cards. I think it's like, you know, they teach the girls to write thank you cards. I still write thank you cards, and that's kind of a lost art because not many people do that anymore.
Yeah.
They send you a quick text, but I think
Mhm.
when you get a thank you card in the mail, it's special.
Yeah. Just in general, everything that we learned had a purpose. And while, you know, some people look back and go, oh, that was so crazy that, you know, y'all had to do that. But really, it instilled it in us for a lifetime, who we are as grown adults, you know.
What is your favorite tradition as a Rangerette? I think that my favorite tradition is sisters because they just take such good care of us, and I would be so lost without sisters. Like I wouldn't even know what to do coming into it because it's such a different relationship without a sister. And like when we first got here, before we got our sisters, it just, once we got them, it just helped us bond so much and just kind of find our place. So.
I remember we were like running around crazy, like we don't know what to do. Like the week we didn't have sisters. Once we got our sister, it was like pretty good.
Yeah,
So-
your sister is truly your only lifeline.
Yeah.
And it's a bond that you can keep a long time. Like I know my mom, she took her little sister to the last game we were at, and it was fun seeing them connect again. And I was like, oh, just to see how everything grows.
So used to, we would pick our little sisters. We'd watch them through pre-training, right? And then whoever was most like you, or whoever danced like you, or looked like
Same
you, or
color
whoever you
hair.
connected with. Yeah, mine was Laura Floyd. Now, and everyone would, the first day went, there's your little sister, and she's just like you. But now they draw out of a bowl. And so it was the craziest thing has happened. I know. So Rachel Clower, her mother, Jennifer Marat Clower, was on the line with me. So Rachel drew Bailey's name, my daughter's name. And and the whole time I thought, y'all are kidding me, right? Until I saw the video of Rachel drawing Bailey's name and freaking out. Because I just thought that y'all are joking.
That's so funny.
And then, even stranger, is then Bailey drew Ivy's name. And so there's this legacy line going on. And so it's like, you know, the Lord's hand was in that. And
Can't make that story up.
you just don't make these things up.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
What is your favorite memory as a Rangerettes? Oh, that's a tough one because there's definitely a lot to choose from, but I would have to say Rebels. It was really special to share that bond with both classes because it's something we haven't experienced, and it was really special to hit the ending position, the opening night and the final night. Just all the hard work paying off, and everyone cheering in the crowd, our parents and our sophomores. It was just something really special.
I think it was cool that even though it was sad y'all missed your first Rebels last year, that we all got to experience it for the first time together. It made it more of a class bonding moment, and I'll never forget it. It was really cool.
And like when we hit the second weekend, I think it was something that motivated all of us is knowing that like we were creating like new traditions. Like there was never been a second weekend of Rebels ever, so it's pretty cool.
What is your favorite memory of watching your daughter as a Rangerette? This is so easy. I think that right now, I would have said Rebels, but yesterday I got to see Emmy perform the high kick on the field for the first time, and that just really made me very happy. So, and I know it meant a lot to her. Let's see.
Now we're gonna all lose it.
Okay. Sorry. Well, mine was just seeing Ivy in the red, white, and blue for the first time. It was just overwhelming.
I agree. The first time seeing her come into the gym to do fight song in that uniform, just there were parents around me just like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." It's all just seeing that for the first time.
Mine was production number at Rebels this year when the Rangerette sign came down and they're kicking, and I just remember being in that spot, and then to see my child do that and loving it. I just was bawling.
And that was my favorite from the opposite, seeing her little freshman self jumping up for joy and just like, such a full circle moment. And that was a dance that just illustrated the
Because that's one thing that hasn't changed.
Yes.
Is that circle at the end.
Rangers.